Let's make sure that everybody can hear us. Give who's on. Oh, we do have people on already. Well, hello, hello, hello. How you guys doing? Look at them all jumping on.
Oh, very cool.
Isn't that fun? So pretty soon this will come on here, and then we will know if they can hear us. Do you have your phone?
Yeah.
Can you? Oh, you don't follow us, so she can't watch. Do you have yours?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You have to follow us in order to. So we're going to test the volume on this. Who just popped on? Look at me. I'm walking over there already. So, Steve, tell me, can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up. Give me hearts. Can you hear me talking? He probably turned it on. Okay, never mind. Are you on Facebook?
Instagram.
Oh, try Facebook. Can you guys hear me on Facebook? Give me. Are you Facebook?
I think this is Instagram. Hold on. Yeah, that was Instagram.
Okay, we're going to check Facebook. I want to make. Oh gosh, people are just piling on. Look at that. Oh, you guys can hear me good. Okay, good.
Can I put my phone away?
No, yeah, if you want. Sorry. I don't care if it's up. So look who's with me, Brooke Allen.
Hey,
Yay,
hi.
Brooke Allen. So we're crazy. This is a much different atmosphere than what you're used to in the morning.
Correct.
You know, you've been on my show before.
Exactly.
And you know, usually who would be sitting here? Jasmine, right? And I know she's probably going to watch for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
For a minute, and she may even request to come on, and I'll bring her on for a second. But she is watching Limp Bizkit tonight, the concert.
So
I know.
Where's the show at?
I don't know where the show is.
Is it in Michigan?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
in
okay.
Michigan.
Okay.
Well, knowing her, it may not
I
be.
was just gonna say.
Yeah, it may not be.
She loves to travel.
So we have Brooke joining us because we want her to, and Jasmine is out having fun gallivanting around like a 25-year-old should.
Exactly.
Right?
We love that. We're jealous. So
Right?
have fun, Jazz.
Yes, have fun. So thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, my pleasure. You know I love it here. It's my favorite hang.
Awesome. So every time I start the show, I always talk about what I do on Caffeinated Conversations with Brooke Allen. And you can watch me Monday mornings. You can watch her Monday mornings. I'm on at the end.
Yes.
So, but there's something cool coming up that all of you are invited to.
Yes.
What is that?
Caffeinated Conversations After Dark.
After Dark, and this is episode 2, right?
Yep, episode 2 in Royal Oak, Michigan, Fifth Avenue. They've been kind enough to do a pop-up for us. You know, we've been pretty lucky since the show started that people have offered to do pop-ups for us.
Right, that's awesome.
It is awesome, right? So yeah, so in conjunction, I can say that, right?
Yeah.
The Royal Oak Police Department.
Yeah.
So we're super excited. We've got a lot of fun guests scheduled, and we know it'll be a great time. And the doors open at 5, and then the show starts at 5:30. So.
I love it. So you'll see me. I'll be on at some
Yes.
point. Jasmine might even be on at some
she's-
point.
Yep.
So we'll all be there. Everybody's coming. Are you coming? We got an audience this time. So
she's very quiet, but she's back there.
She is. She's back there. But you know, it's so much fun because we did the first one at the Heights in Farmington,
Yep.
and we had such a turnout. Like a huge turnout, and I know that the police department in Farmington wanted to stream it. But
Nice.
hopefully Royal Oak will stream it. Ryan, I know you're watching. So
Make that happen, please.
Make it happen.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
So Royal Oak, 5:30 on January.
January.
I know.
No.
On July 29th,
Yes.
Fifth Avenue, and it's a social district now, so you can walk outside. There's a balcony, and you will be positioned at one of the roll-up doors, right? Pretty much?
Yeah, because upstairs, I mean, it's a huge place, and upstairs is more of a club scene, and so downstairs, I mean, it's going to be light out, and hopefully a beautiful weather, and then the Royal Oak Police Department, they're going to have their tents outside, so we thought it was important
That
for
way they
people
could
to
hear
move
you.
between and all of that, right?
Yeah, to keep them all tied together.
Yes, exactly.
So the Royal Oak Police Department is going to have drunk goggles, which are in different various stages. So come check them out because I'm telling you, if you can walk a straight line in those, I don't even know what to tell you because I have been drunk, and I don't remember it looking like that.
No, those goggles are intense, and they're different. Oh my gosh, I can't think of the word.
They're just crazy.
They're crazy. Plus, do they do the weights? Because years ago I did the weights.
I did the weights at the cop on the block.
Okay.
And because they weight your feet down because that's how it's going to be, right?
Right.
So you feel heavy.
Yeah, and your reaction is slower, and that's kind of, our first show obviously was the big kickoff and the fundraiser for Mothers Against Drunk Driving, and that will always be a component, but now it's kind of time to get down and dirty with relationship issues.
Yes, so if you watch Caffeinated Conversation, you know that it's kind of like Kelly and Company.
Yes, I love
has been changed too, and that's fun because I mentioned Kelly and Company because this is about broadcasting. And you have been referred to, the show Caffeinated Conversation has been referred to several times.
Yeah.
As very similar to Kelly and Company.
Yes, and what a great compliment.
That's Marilyn Turner, right?
Yes.
Yes, rest her soul.
Yes.
She just passed away.
So.
I almost wish we could have had her on the show.
I know, would have been amazing, right?
Right? I know. So, see, I lost my train of thought. Isn't that awful? That's
it's
halfway to 100.
It's right there.
A little bit past halfway to 100. So, one of the things that brought me to, I know you were former WWJ. News radio, right?
Yep,
you
former
were
news anchor. Yep.
Yep. I'm going to tell you, one of the things that opened me up to WWJ was Bob Allison. Because we advertised with Bob Allison.
Okay.
On the Ask Your Neighbor. Bob, come on, if you grew up here, you know who this is, right? So it's so funny, I got to tell you, and I probably told you this before, is when Bob Allison, have you ever met him?
No, never.
No. I know he left WWJ years and years ago, but he kept the
recipes, right?
Well, no, he kept the show. He ran it from his home.
Oh.
So, because when we were advertising with him, I don't know if he used WWJ's, I don't know what it is, the broadcasting system. The equipment or whatever, but he did it from home. That man would not take us on as a sponsor unless he came here and saw the store.
Oh.
So this little tiny man who had to have been 100 years old come walking in here with so much energy. He's since passed away.
Right.
But, so we have all the books, and that's what opened me up to this, WWJ. So tell me, where else have you worked?
Oh, gosh. Well, obviously in LA, right? I was a traffic reporter. Actually, that's where I started my broadcasting career, because I moved out there to pursue the big Hollywood dream.
To be an actress?
To be an actor, yes. And then,
actor.
I know, trying to be correct. My daughter would be like, "It's an actor, Mom, it's an actor."
It is technically an actor.
Right. So I was stuck on the 405 freeway one day, and I heard one of those ads come on. It said, "Oh, do you have a great voice?" And I'm like, "Yes." And then it was like, "Oh, come to our school." So it was the Academy of Radio and Television there.
So two things I love about that, and we've worked together for a while. We've known each other for a long time. Is the fact that you were not going to conform to Hollywood.
Correct.
So you went a different avenue.
I did, and honestly, it was one of those things where they said, my agent, I did have an agent, I was lucky enough to have an agent out there, but he was like, you're just not pretty enough to make it out here.
Silly.
And I was like, okay, so of course, what do they say for radio, right? Oh, you have the face for radio. And I'm like, that's an insult, but whatever.
It is. But although that career did prove well for a while.
Yeah,
for a long time. All the way up until you left it.
Yeah, it hasn't even been a year yet since I left WWJ.
Can you believe that? And the success of Caffeinated Conversations is just crazy.
It's been amazing. High five, man.
I know,
Thank
right?
you for all your help with it.
So, LA. So
LA.
And we're going to get into broadcasting stuff here because I got tons of stuff. Look at all the shirts.
I know. Oh,
Z-Rock.
Specs Howard.
Look at that.
That is cool. That is very cool.
Is that theirs?
I don't know, honestly.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
6:40 a.m. I don't know.
I don't know.
Specs Howard. So if you're from Michigan, you know Specs Howard. Are they still around? They merged.
They merged with Lawrence Tech. I think.
Lawrence Tech.
Yeah.
So, where did you go?
Academy of Television Radio out in Huntington Beach,
Oh,
California.
did you really?
Yep, I did.
Oh, awesome.
I did.
I never knew that. That's something I did not know.
Yeah, see? That's what I did.
See? How fun is that? So, what is the difference? So, you were radio in California, Sacramento, right?
My first job was in Yuba City. Up north, yep. And then I eventually trickled back down to Southern California, where I was a traffic reporter in LA, which was so fantastic because
Did you like it?
Oh, I did. I loved it. I love being stuck in traffic. It's a weird thing.
Oh, that's funny.
I don't have any issues with.
So when you call me and say I'm stuck in traffic, I'm going to say, why aren't you smiling?
Exactly. They'll be like, you sound like you're raging just a little bit. I'm like, well, no, I'm not.
That's I love that.
Yeah, I love.
Is there a difference between California and radio and Michigan and radio? Do you see a significant difference in like what you report, what you're used to, like?
Well,
the
out there
format,
it's a lot of
stuff like that?
entertainment focus, right?
Is it?
Yeah, it really is. But I mean, funny story. So because in LA there's so much traffic that they tell you, listen, you've got to get the sponsor in. You do one, you know, if you have to do one hit or one crash, and then maybe a SIG alert, which is a complete freeway closure. That's all you can do, and then do the sponsor and get out, right?
Right.
And so when I eventually came back to Michigan, where I'm from here.
Excuse me as I get up and look at a
Okay.
question.
All
But
right,
go
sure.
ahead.
But when I got back here, and actually I was a traffic reporter for WWJ initially, and when I did my first hit on the air, and the news anchor called me, Jeff called me and said, "Can you talk louder or longer than
There's
the
a lot.
actual sounder?"
Oh.
Because, you know, I was taught, listen, if you don't have anything to say, don't say it, especially when it comes to traffic.
Right.
So it's kind of like that whole thing your grandmother used to say, right? If you don't
Right.
have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. So.
So
that was, I mean, obviously traffic in LA different than traffic in Michigan.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? So that
well,
was a
growing
big,
up in
yeah,
California,
right.
I'm fully aware.
Right. So that was a big difference.
Especially when they don't track it by distance, they track it by time.
Yes.
So that radio is
Yes,
talking to you, and it's like,
15 minutes.
getting from this exit to this exit, which is probably a mile.
Right.
30 minutes, 2 days. I know, right?
2 days.
So,
So yeah, so it is different. It's all different, but you know, I mean, different things, and obviously we had floods, fires, earthquakes out there to cover, you know, because I was news too. So.
But really, people are the same, right?
Of course.
Possibly.
Yep.
Out of caffeinated conversations aside, what was your favorite place to work? We all have favorites. I mean, it doesn't mean we didn't like the rest of them.
Right.
It's just you have a favorite, maybe.
I don't know.
Because you like them all.
They were all so different. You know, honestly.
You were in a helicopter in California,
I
right?
was, and I actually.
See, that would be my favorite.
Yes, I was in the chopper out there for a little while, and the funny thing, I did actually, when I came back to Michigan, I was supposed to fly here too, and I couldn't do it. I could not get a grip on the wheel.
Because the layout is differently.
Yes, and it was
the wagon wheel.
Yeah, it was. I was just so confused. So I was like.
So who on here knows what we're talking about when we say the wagon wheel? So if you guys tell me before the end of the show, you might win a prize.
Oh, we love prizes.
We'll give you a wagon wheel. No, I'm kidding.
How about a troll? Can they have a troll?
Oh, they can have a troll.
I can have a troll.
Yes, and I know right now, Madge, you're crazily going on to Google, so that doesn't count. You got to know otherwise. One of our customers who always answers.
Oh, was he?
I love
Has she
it.
answered yet?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
So, it usually takes a minute. But if somebody can tell me what the wagon wheel is when it comes to Michigan, let me know. Ah, here we are. Well, close, but not. No. Who can tell me what the wagon wheel is? Come on, you guys. Somebody knows. You live in Michigan. You got to know what the wagon wheel is. How about the broken wagon wheel? Because it's technically a broken one.
Really? That's no wonder I couldn't manage in the chopper.
It's only half.
Right? No, it was crazy. I couldn't do it. I know.
So
yeah, so that's kind of my deal, man.
That's awesome. So I know we were talking once, and I'm throwing you on the spot because I told her none of what I was asking her. That you tried weather once.
Yes.
Did you enjoy that?
No, it's
I
horrible.
don't know how they do it.
No, the green screen and the pointing.
I don't know how they do it.
It's insane. You got it. I don't know either.
The last time I think it was you and I were there when we were at Channel 4 because they had gone to the weather.
Right.
To what's her name, and she's sitting there talking to the camera.
And it's.
There's nothing behind her, but she's clearly it's over there.
Yeah, it's all.
But she's pointing all the correct ways, and I'm sitting there going, "Oh my God, I would already been fired."
It is an art.
An art.
It is an art for sure to know how to do that. So.
That's
I'd rather just talk, right? I mean.
Right. I know. So the success of Caffeinated Conversation is astounding.
Thank you.
You've got huge draw. So the move from radio back to where you're in front of the camera, difficult?
Yes.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Because, you're used to not being seen.
You do very well in hiding the difficulty of it.
Oh,
is that a word? Because I've been with you since the beginning, and I did not notice.
Really?
No.
Oh yeah, no. It was very tough because you have to remember that people are watching you now and they can see your expression. So if you're doing something, you're like rolling your eyes, or
I don't believe in this story.
Or if you made a mistake and you're mad at yourself, right? Because you gotta, you know, we know in our business, you gotta, if you make a mistake, you gotta just move on. You do. You just can't go backwards. So
cover it up.
But it's tough, right? And
it
I
is
don't know
tough.
if you remember the day when the teleprompter for Caffeinated flipped upside down.
Yep. And you didn't have a script on the table.
Nothing. So I finally had to like just say my teleprompter's upside down.
So the moral of this story is the people you see on TV, they go through the same craziness that everybody goes through. Right. Everybody. Let's see what people are saying. The city was designed. Oh, who is that? That's it. That's Steve.
Is it? I knew.
You get a troll, Steve. The city was designed with Countdown as the center, and the roads radiate out as a wagon wheel from the hub. The designer, same designer that designed Paris.
Really?
Yes. So that would make sense since, you know, de Trois, which is French. That would make complete and utter sense. That it would be the same as Paris. Yeah. That I knew that, I think, back in the day, but I forgot.
Forget, right? We're
so if it's like Paris, then bring us the food. Bring us the Eiffel Tower. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. Bring us a croissant, man, or a shot of espresso.
Right. They say that they may end up tearing down the Rensen or parts of it. Fine, put up an Eiffel Tower.
Oh, that'd be lovely.
Plain and simple. Right? I know. Exactly.
We have decided.
Yes. So you went to work. When you got back, did you go directly to WWJ?
No.
No.
I actually transferred. I did the whole transfer thing for traffic. So that's how I, because I wasn't going to leave LA and not, I'm from here. I wanted to be back with my family. Right. So yeah, so I started out as traffic. I bugged them so much at WWJ. I just, because traffic here was kind of boring to me. No offense, but it was.
It is boring. When you come from California, it's
just different.
It's snoozeville.
Yeah.
Even on the worst day, people.
Yeah.
Go spend some time in the valley on 405, and you will never go back to California.
I miss the 405 sometimes.
I don't.
I'm like, I miss it.
I try to avoid it in every way, but
I think
sometimes you
that's the
can't.
only freeway that I had somebody roll down their window because you're stuck in traffic. I had somebody roll down his window and say, "Hey, what's your number? Do you want to go for a drink?"
Well, that's because you're sitting there for half the day. Might as well have communication with the people around you.
It's hilarious. Yeah, I never forgot that.
And did you date him?
I did not.
Oh. So
traffic cleared and we moved on.
That's hilarious. So then you went to WWJ.
Yep. So then I ended up in the middle of that. Was traffic. I was traffic actually 89X.
Oh, were you?
Yep. I would fill in.
They're gone.
89X. I mean, all of the major stations in Detroit, I would do traffic for them because when you're a traffic reporter, you handle more than one station.
Yes. 89X. Yep. So devastating. Yeah. Same thing happened in California, Southern California. 91. 91X in California, Southern California, gone. 89X, gone. And, it blows my mind because it happens in retail, it happens in corporate. You walk in one day and all of a sudden the doors are locked or the entire format changes. And now 89X goes from one of the best alternative stations. I won many, many concert tickets from the 89X.
Really?
Yes, for Erasure, for... Also, I met them through 89X once.
See, that's cool.
Radio, call up, be number 8. So now they're country, which isn't a bad thing because people love country. But
I love country.
But there's not another good. 104 has some good
OMC?
80s. Yeah, has some good 80s. But so you went to WWJ and you were there for 8 years, 9 years, something like that.
Yeah, I was there for my first stint for 3 years. Mind you, I got married. I had the twins.
Life
happened,
around
right?
You.
So so then, so then I finally convinced them to let me try to anchor. So I anchored on the weekends, and then from that anchor job on the weekends, I started filling in all the time for different day parts.
Awesome.
And then NPR out of East Lansing, WKAR, they actually kind of recruited me to go host Morning Edition for a couple of years.
Nice.
So I did that, and then I went back to WWJ.
So I keep bringing up WWJ because WWJ is one of 2 radio stations that were the very first.
Yes.
And there are some, maybe it's not first, maybe it is, maybe it's not second, maybe it's first, maybe,
Right.
you know, they go up head to head with a Pennsylvania station that was, my memory is gone. That was KDKA out of Pennsylvania.
In Pennsylvania, right?
That started in 1916 was their broadcasting, the first actual radio station. But WWJ was around and broadcasting, they just weren't WWJ.
Yeah, they were.
Well, they started in 2000, listen to me like it was yesterday. In 1920, they were X8MK. They were 8MK for the first year, from 1920 to 1921. Then they said, oh, we hate that name, apparently, right? And I wonder if it
doesn't roll
was
off the
8
tongue
Mile.
very well.
I wonder if 8 stood for 8 Mile and their projection or their broadcast only went to that far.
I don't know.
Could have been, because, well, I mean, nothing really was past 8 Mile at that point.
Right.
Except for, you know, like Scripps, who started it.
Yep.
Their vacation home, which was out there, you know, it's now called Cranbrook.
Just a little vacation.
Just
home.
a little tiny
Just a
vacation
little
home.
one.
Yeah. And if you knew Cranbrook, you would be like, yeah, okay. Because it's a massive mansion. So, and then in 1921, they decided we're going to try WBL. And apparently somebody didn't like that either.
Probably a consultant.
Probably. So in 1922, they became the WWJ. One of the cool things, you guys, if you saw our what is it called? Event that I created. Did you see that? I posted Albert Kahn is the one who, Albert Kahn, the famous architect, and I love Albert Kahn very much. Being an architect student and everything, I love Albert Kahn. I was floored. I did not know that he built the WWJ tower.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yes, and the video, a colorized video starting in black and white, all the way to the end, when the first shovel in, Albert Kahn did, all the way to when it was completed with the gardens around it. 12 years later, it took 12 years to complete that. That video is listed, I posted it on the event page.
That's very cool.
So you can watch it. We came across some 8mm photo film, and we went and had them converted over to digital. And one of them was the creation of the WWJ tower.
Cool.
And it was the first massive tower that reached its reach, which I wish I would have written it down. See, I don't do very good notes. And but I think it was the largest in the country, the tallest, and it had the furthest reach. But check it out, because it starts out in black and white and it ends in color because of the time period. And the funny thing is Albert Kahn was there at groundbreaking.
And that was it. Right?
Well, he'd come back and he'd be like, it's going good, bye, back to New York. It's going good, bye. And then at the very end, he was there to hit the champagne on it. So he did all the fun stuff and then left for everybody else to work.
Isn't that the way to do it, though?
It is the way to do it.
Right?
Well, when you're Albert Kahn, you can do stuff like that, right? I know, and I don't think that tower's there anymore. Is it? Has it been moved? I don't know, but it was a massive undertaking with a huge garden.
Right.
If you get a chance, go on our Facebook, check out the videos, because not only did we convert the WWJ, we converted the Hudson's Christmas Parade, 1940. Yep. We converted a day at Metro Beach, 1927, in color.
Oh, that's
It was
cool.
in color. So I've got to tell you, these people, they had money, because let alone having a video camera, but a colorized video camera, and you can see Metro Beach, and when it had all the people in it, and you could actually swim in the water.
I was just going to say that, but I tried not to.
So we got some cool stuff here.
You really do.
You know, like from the Z-Rock shirts. So I do have a few customers that come in who worked at radio stations, who help us by, you know, saying, oh, I have some more stuff. Do you want to buy it? Sure, we want to buy it.
Oh, you know, and everyone loves radio swag, right?
I
mean, it's
yeah.
awesome.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Radio swag. Do you want to put a pair on?
No, go ahead. It's all you. It's awesome.
Radio swag. I got another one. Are you sure?
I'm good.
Okay.
Good, thanks.
So these are
Keychain,
radiator
do you have a
swag.
keychain?
I don't have a keychain, but who remembers? Who remembers? Oh, even
all
better.
Yes. Oh, yep.
Who remember? Now I can't see anything, so I'm gonna have to put these back on. So, you know, it's amazing. Those stay on your face without.
I was just gonna say that
I
is
know.
pretty cool.
It's like a slap bracelet. You slap it against your face. But who remembers these?
Oh yeah, I do.
RIF, WRIF. So, Block Party, 1984.
Wow.
This is the next horror film. No. The Fix. So we've got Bruce. I wonder who that could be.
Oh, I don't know.
I wonder who Bruce could be, right? So, oh, look at this. So you have right here the Riff Signature Beer Block Party, 1984, Washington
September
Boulevard.
22nd.
September. Oh, right before your birthday.
Mhm.
Look at that.
That's
It has
cool.
everything on the back. Now, some of these can be a little pricey because they don't exist anymore.
Right.
The older ones.
Right.
So they range anywhere from, you know, a couple dollars up to 20,
Okay.
depending on what they are. But, you know, if you spend $25, you get 20% off. So you buy 2 of them,
Right.
there you go.
There you go. You
And
have
look
it.
at this. You've got all sorts of them, right? And that's not even all. Like, I don't even know what this is.
I don't know.
Chuck
either.
roast?
Isn't it like a meat in the grocery store?
It is. It's apparently they had this big, and there's nothing written on the back, so I would never know. But you can have chuck roast on your car.
I think that was one of the announcers.
One of the
yeah.
oh, was it? Oh, okay, cool. So it was an announcer. Look at this, Riff 101 in
That's
blue.
cool. Yep.
I mean, we have tons of them. So, I mean, apparently a lot of chuck roast too. Baby.
Baby.
I mean, you saw those. So we have tons of those. These are stickers, and we carry these all the time. We look for them all the time.
Yeah.
And then, hey, Screaming Scott, if you need to send more, please be my guest.
So funny. I have never met him. In
No?
person. No.
Oh,
So
he's
it's-
been in several times.
Yeah, but it's funny because in our industry it's small, but you know, you hear people, you know them, you listen to them, but
Yeah.
then you don't. If you, I wouldn't recognize them if you walked in. But that just being said, it's so funny, right?
So it's funny because we have this vintage store here, right? And the amount of people who come in here
Yeah.
stun me.
Yeah. And
It's
who
a-
comes in here is amazing.
It is.
Right?
I mean, I've had Jack White in here shopping with his kids, and his new wife,
Yes.
who is also also famous. She's had her own band for a long time. I can't remember her name. That's awful. I could look it up and find out. But and then his kids were here,
Yeah, that's cool.
which was pretty cool. And then we had this big old long conversation because we opened a store in Las Vegas. That way, my mom could go there and do what she wanted, and
Didn't he do something similar?
he did. He opened
Yeah.
Third Man Records,
Yes.
and for his mother.
That's awesome.
So his mom could have something to do, and it would keep her busy and young and active and stuff like that. And we talked about it for almost 20 minutes.
That's cool.
It was fun. He was hard to identify because he had blue hair,
Yeah. Well,
and he doesn't usually have blue hair. But he left right afterwards and went and opened Third Man in Soho, London.
very cool.
Yeah, he could have taken me with him.
He could have.
Motor City Jam. I remember that.
You do?
I remember those. Yeah, I remember people talking about them. I was never. So we have tons of these, you guys. So, did you have these on your car growing up?
No.
I wasn't a
I'm-
riff. Well,
Okay. Yeah.
they
no.
were rock.
Right.
I was more alternative.
No, I just never a bumper sticker.
Never a bumper
No,
sticker person.
never.
I was. My whole car was covered in for a while. But now it's all covered in horror film because that's what I watch a lot
what
of
you
horror
love.
films. So I wish we had a Kelly and Company mug.
I know. Let me see that one though.
This is News 4. Is that the one you took a picture of?
No, I took the one of the other one, the 2.
This one.
I love this one.
So
I
tell
might
me,
have to buy
why do you
this
like this one?
I just do.
So do you remember the show?
I don't.
It Takes Two.
No, but I just love it because it's WJBK. It's Fox TV. I mean, Fox
Fox
News.
TV.
You know, Fox Detroit. So it's
Yep.
cool.
And then, of course, we have Good Afternoon Detroit. That used to be a show on Channel 7. Do you know I worked on Channel 7 for a small
You did,
period of
huh?
time?
Yeah.
I did. Back in back in when I was young, in the late 90s. When I first moved here, I was Ask the Gardener.
Could you come over to my house and do some gardening?
Well, I haven't done it in forever, so it probably, like math, it's probably different. But yeah, it was for 2 years.
That's crazy.
For 2 years. I was only on it for 10 minutes.
Was it on?
Every Wednesday.
Okay.
And then I think that, what's her name? Mara? No. I forgot what her name was that I was with. But we would do a half an hour show on Mother's Day
That's cool.
because it was springtime and,
Right. All
and
about
stuff.
flowers, right?
Right. So when we talk about stickers and stuff, we've got this. Well, this isn't a sticker.
What is
This
Brochure? Is that a
is a
menu?
brochure.
It's like a carryout menu.
So this is WABX, which we sell a ton of WABX, you guys. We had the big, huge posters and the shirts with the dog on it, and it's got the super dog.
It's got the super dog right there.
So this is a free sheet, so it tells you all the concerts.
Very cool.
So this would be our version back in the day of, and I say our because it's probably 70s, 80s, 78. It says right there, 1978.
See, we're so close.
Metro Times, because in the 90s we looked in Metro Times for what concerts were coming and where to go, right?
Yep.
Well, today we just look online. But they would put these out so you'd know what concerts are coming. And it's usually, back in the 80s, did you find that music was genre specific, meaning that if you liked a genre, you stayed within that genre?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, because you were terrorized if you didn't.
If you didn't, right.
Mm-hmm. And then shunned by that one.
Right.
So then you end up not being anywhere. Today, and I always told people, my favorite genre of music is talent.
Is what?
Talent.
Oh, well, for sure.
That's my favorite genre of music. And then the WABX. So,
oh, there's Wheels.
Wheels. Dave, Scott, I know you secretly watch.
Does he though? We're
But
not
did
sure.
you not work on this station?
Exactly.
You know,
96.3.
that's not the station that remember the two of them? Oh no, that was WDRQ.
Yes.
And WDRQ, which was, and it was funny because he told me that he did work at WDRQ, but it was before disco.
Oh. How old is he?
No, I'm talking about Dave.
No, I know.
Oh.
I'm talking about just in case he is watching, then he'll get annoyed that I said that.
No, well, the funny thing is he probably isn't. 96.3, which I love that channel. 96.3, so total. Look at that. Stick on card to win cash. Really?
Wow.
Remember those days
Yep.
when they would do that?
Yep. They,
Hope that you inspire.
exactly.
Isn't that crazy? 106 FM. So
W4.
how? W4. There's a lot. This is all here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
That was W4 Country, right?
yeah, this W4 Country, and so did these? I wonder. I guess there's a lot of different abilities to have channels from when you look at a radio, but one could replace another, right?
Yeah, there's something to do with the frequency and it's
Frequency.
very technical. You know,
We're not getting technical.
Yeah, we're not getting technical.
I'll lose everybody. WJZZ,
Jazz.
105.9 FM, Detroit Jazz Radio. These do not exist anymore. These channels don't exist anymore. And then there's more reels. I should give one of those to Dave. Power 96. I don't know what that is. Is that from here?
What's W? Yeah, W.
WHYT. White.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, look. Get all at Hungry Howie's. Oh, it's a Hungry Howie's
Oh, it's a
coupon.
coupon. Oh,
There's a
what's the
Hungry Howie.
expiration?
I wonder if I took it in there if they'd take it. Isn't that hilarious?
I don't know, but I'm
Expires 10/31/87.
I think we're too late.
I was 16. No, I was
No.
17. Because I'm
just
after.
getting ready to graduate.
No, I graduated when I was 16.
From high school?
No, I did not. I was 17. And I had to think for a minute. That's a long time ago. So, more wheels. What's this? Now, you knew who that was.
I think it's
No?
jazz, right?
You know, it is jazz. Well, it should be jazz. It must be local. This one's an old one.
Yeah, that's super old.
That's shiny. Wheels.
You like
Maybe I'll
shiny?
give him that one instead. WABX. So, you, I don't even know what that is. So, you did the jump
Mm-hmm.
from standard media
Right.
to social media.
Mm-hmm.
And regardless whether it was radio or TV, your experience in the past has been with network television.
Right, or
Kind
I
of.
mean,
Is that what
always,
you call it?
Yeah, or always having a call letter behind you, right?
Call letter
I mean,
behind
so
you.
honestly,
I don't know how to link
the
that.
switch from broadcasting to social media per se, right? I mean, you're
It's
on,
hard, isn't
it's
it?
hard. You're on your own. You don't have the call letters behind you.
No.
Although I have to say, I mean, I was with Jay for 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
and I get recognized now more than I ever did being on a major Detroit radio station.
Yeah, because, well, I've had a few people say, oh, I know the voice.
Mm.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I always say, close your eyes, and then you'll recognize
and then
my
you'll
voice.
recognize me, right? So, it's different, right? Because you go from, I mean, just like any other major business, you've got WWJ or any of the other places. It's all it's all corporate. It's all hierarchy. It's all
Right.
right.
It's all consultants.
It's all
you know,
And you go in,
It's
you
ratings.
but you don't get to see them, really. Do you?
When I was back there.
When you were with
No, you would
Jay
just,
or whatever.
You could see them, but the whole idea would be, you knew the ratings were coming out, and it would be like thumbs up, thumbs down. What are we good? Are we?
But no, like number breakdown.
You could see it if you wanted, but I honestly never really. I was like, I just need to know if they're good or bad.
Right.
Right. I mean, just break it down simply.
So going from that to doing your own business, which it is.
It is.
It is. It's your own business.
Right.
Going to your own business. Now the numbers matter.
Yes.
Now.
For sure. Now it's all
Yes.
about the numbers, and now I'm always texting you and calling you. Sorry, Steve.
No,
saying, what are the numbers? What are the numbers?
Right. So it gives you a better appreciation, I think, when you know that type of stuff. When you start getting large numbers, like you're starting to get large numbers now.
Right.
And it takes a little bit of time, of course, because we live on our phones, but we can do this.
For sure.
So you're starting to get larger numbers. I think it would make you. It makes me feel more validated to myself
When the numbers are.
when the numbers are good and I see them climbing and it's I'm seeing the product all my hard work is creating.
Right, and you're seeing the progress.
Right.
Right. I mean, because you can literally see that by the number.
Right.
Now. Because our first show of Caffeinated, it
Yeah.
was 713.
Yeah, and we were all excited about that.
Yeah, I was super happy.
Yeah. Now we're pulling in 20, 30,000, right? So, which is good because if you haven't seen it, you're losing out, people. I'm telling you. So, the jump from media to this, and I just keep showing. Do you know who this is? WDET?
Oh yeah, that's the Detroit NPR station. Yeah.
Oh, it is
Jerome,
the NPR
yes.
station.
Jerome, that's gonna fall.
Oh, is that falling on me?
Jerome Vaughn is the news director there. He's fabulous. Russ McNamara is the host of All Things Considered.
And you can tell it's somewhat old because
WWJ.
it's original tag.
That is
look
awesome.
at that, made in Detroit.
Yeah, see?
Yep.
No, it's
and it's
cool.
Christine. But
Right.
but you won't find this anymore.
No.
But so this is the NPR station,
Yep.
WET.
It's sure.
WDET. Steve said we had a shirt, so that
Yeah,
must have been
there it is,
I was
yeah.
looking for a shirt that said NPR.
Oh, NPR? No.
So let's talk a little bit. Let me tell you some
Tell us the history.
some fun things.
Yes.
I don't know the history of that.
No, I know, but tell us.
Oh,
this
okay.
stuff
So
is amazing.
here we go. All right. In media res.
Yes.
Okay, Latin. Now everybody's gonna go away. In media res. So, it's so funny because I'm gonna read what it says, and it is quite kind of like a tongue twister.
Mm-hmm.
But then we'll explain what it is because it makes total sense.
It does. It's really cool.
So, in media res, the practice of beginning an epic or other narrative by plunging into a crucial situation that is part of a related chain. Whew!
Breaking news. That
I'm
translates
exhausted. Breaking news.
Let's
Much
just
easier to
simplify
say,
it.
right?
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
There it is.
A narrative work beginning in media res opens in the chronological middle of a plot. Makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you don't know it's happening when it starts. So you go in and you, as a journalist, you report the story
As you know it.
as you know it.
And
which is
from where
usually
you are.
From where you are.
Yep.
And you go backwards, forwards.
Mm-hmm.
So in media res, I thought that was pretty cool. So
Now spell it backwards numbers.
what, in media res? S-E-R. I'm reading it now. Ooh, gosh,
What?
we've already been 40 minutes. My goodness, time's flying. See, you love it, I know it.
Have we hit stuff you wanted to hit? Because
We got time. So when we talk about in media res, it was also not just journalism.
Right.
It's writing.
Mm-hmm.
It's stuff like that. So you have a podcast as well. I mean, it's done through podcast as well.
Right.
Because it's a web series, really.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, you know what? I wanted to do like a poll on this because
Mhm.
we call it a podcast.
yeah,
I call it. We say episodes.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes we say show. Sometimes. Do we need to?
do we need to clarify that, people?
Clarify that? I
Shoot
don't-
me a note and let
I
me
don't
know.
know because it's one of those things.
Maybe we should do a poll online.
I know, right? Seriously.
I'll run a poll through the
Okay.
Facebook pages.
Okay.
So, web series is what I keep finding.
Okay.
An episode is one of the words in web series. But tell us what you think. Because, podcast, technically,
Podcast to me
is
is
radio.
just audio.
Audio, yeah.
To me,
it's
right?
audio. So, and then vlogging.
Yeah.
Vlogging is a video blog. So there's all these crazy words. too much. Let's
much.
bring it down to 2. Come on now. So, you have podcasts. You run through podcasts on like 20 different channels. One of them being Odyssey.
Yes.
And that brings me to my point with In Media Res is it's also in stories. It's also story form and stuff like that, and TV and movies.
Right.
So the Iliad by Homer starts in the middle of the Trojan War, goes forward backwards, right? So that's in Media Res. And then you have the Odyssey, which makes sense on why there would be a podcast format called Odyssey, even though it's A-U-D-I.
Right.
It's a play on words.
Right.
And then the Divine Comedy by Dante. And then by Gilligan, and not Gilligan's Island. I thought that too. But it jumped from the Dante the Odyssey, which was written 100 million years ago, technically. I don't know when. To Breaking Bad.
That is crazy.
Breaking Bad is considered an in media res because it starts in the center.
That is...
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
During the drug craze. I am not... Okay, so I'm not going to get into Breaking Bad because I've never seen it.
You haven't?
No, have you?
Oh, yeah, I loved it.
Oh, really?
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I've never seen it.
And, like, yeah. Loved
So, I'm sure it'll jump up on one of my things soon.
it. Now.
So, but I thought that was interesting in media res, and it was Jason, our store manager here, who told me about it because I did not know.
That is so cool.
Isn't that cool?
Yes.
I know. So,
Okay, so social media, we had talked about that.
Yeah.
The transition, but in the numbers.
are you ready for that?
Yeah, so tell me, I mean, because those are mind-boggling.
So, how many of you think that social media is taking over the world? Because it is.
It is.
It
totally is.
And apparently by these numbers. So I'm going to read off some numbers that were shocking, and we read them over before we got on, and it's just going to shock you. Yeah. So let me preface this by saying that there are 8 billion people in this world.
Okay.
8 billion. I believe it's 320 million are in the United States. And 8 billion everywhere else. So the numbers I'm going to talk about are monthly users.
Okay.
Okay. Facebook still holds number 1 at 2.
Are you surprised by that?
I am, because I would have thought that. I'm not surprised Meta is number 1, but I thought it would be Instagram, and TikTok would be the top 2, or Snapchat even because of the kids using it.
Right, for sure.
None of those are number 1. So you've got. I was reading it. It was through Caffeinated.
Oh.
So Facebook, 2.9 million users monthly. That means they log on at least once a month. And I can guarantee you, we all log on more than that. Actually, it's on my phone all the time because I own a business.
Right.
YouTube, which is the number 2, at 2.5 million users a month. So why I don't have 2.5 million people watching me right now, I don't know. You know. So, and WhatsApp, which I've never been on, but Meta owned, 2 million people monthly.
But where's Instagram in this?
Instagram's next
Okay.
at 1.4 million. Because I think the kids these days are not on it as much.
The kids these days.
Even
How
though
old are
I'm,
they?
you know what I mean? Because do you know how many kids come in here? And when I say kids, I say 20s.
Okay.
And late teens, early 20s that say, I don't have Facebook, I don't have Instagram.
Oh, yeah. Facebook is for, like, the old.
Yeah, Instagram's young, Facebook's old. Actually, TikTok's young. I think that anything that has to do with Meta, some people are like, no.
Over it.
Yeah. But, and then WeChat, which is China-based, for the people who live over there, 1.25 million, which is probably one city. You know, but because there's a lot of people over there.
Right.
TikTok is next at 1 million users per
month?
Per month. Per month. Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy. Yeah.
Would you think that'd be per day?
I kind of did.
No.
Yeah. I mean...
It seems like a lot, but we do have other things, I think, because like work, driving, stuff like that.
Right.
Life. You know, I do get caught up on TikTok and stuff where I'm just like...
Do you buy things off TikTok?
No, I've never bought anything off. I bought off Facebook, which I don't recommend. But now if I see something I like on Facebook, I will actually go to the web, go to a browser, type it in and see.
Right.
So, and then you have Facebook Messenger, which that did surprise me, that Facebook
surprising.
Messenger was on there at 998,000. Snapchat, 557,000. X,
Formerly, yes.
formerly known as Twitter, 436,000, and it dropped 1.6 million people.
When that happened.
Yeah, on a monthly basis. Reddit, 43,000. Now, if you haven't been on Reddit, Reddit is kind of like if you need to ask a question, Reddit has the answer. And that Meta combined,
Yeah.
5.9 million people log on to a Meta site
A month.
a month.
Crazy.
Isn't that nuts?
That is crazy.
So this is why we're transitioning, right?
You have some interesting statistics.
Yeah, I do.
As far as how it's going to.
It's going to transition. Internet total hours, and I'll get to advertising in a moment. Internet total hours is 5.47 billion users. Internet. That's Google. That's, you know what I mean?
Right.
Outside of social media. 4.6 billion of those are social media.
That's crazy. But good for us.
Yep. 69 or 61, I can't read my own handwriting, is that lovely? I think it's 69. 69% of all people in the world get their news and information from social media.
That is so interesting.
So that means, and they said by 2050, there will be no more broadcast. It'll all be streaming.
So what does that mean?
That means cable gone.
Okay.
Cable gone. In order to have a broadcasting channel, you have to have some sort of antenna or cable channel.
Right.
You can't stream a broadcast. You stream a streaming, right? Which is broadcast, really. But, so, like, if you turn on Channel 4 and you watch the news, and you listen to them say, oh, for those of you who watch Good Morning America or Today's Show,
Head over to our streaming platform. Yep.
Well, that streaming platform is the only place you're going to watch it by 2050.
By 2050.
Yep. They said that cable will be a thing of the past, and
so that means the bills will be a thing of the past.
Yeah, I mean, except for now. You've got like 25 different channels to watch.
Right.
But I've gotten good at that.
Have you?
Yeah, I've gotten good at. I'm gonna watch that series. Fine. I buy it, and then I get rid of the channel after the series.
Rid of the 7-day promo.
Right, the 7-day promo. Get to know those.
I'm just cancel.
That's crazy. So 8.5 social media accounts per user.
8.5.
8.5. And I don't know what the 0.5
I was gonna
is.
say, let's try to have kids.
Yeah, 8.5 social media accounts per user. I have more than that, probably. I said 7 earlier, but I think I may have more than that. But when you own a company, you do.
Right.
And
But,
I work
so
3 different companies,
Right.
so I have on my phone.
But the interesting thing as a business owner.
As a business, 71% of all small businesses in the world rely heavily on social media.
Yeah.
Yep. All of my advertising, I don't know how I would have survived if I had to hire an advertising company
Right.
to do my advertising.
Well, when you want a restaurant, you look at Yelp.
Right.
You know, when you're visiting a place you've never been in an area.
You look at Yelp or,
Yes.
you do Yelp reviews, Google reviews, you
Right.
look for that type of thing. The 71%, I mean, that's a lot. We rely heavily on our social media. I mean, we're doing a show, right?
Right.
In your business.
And we're a business. And so we carry a lot of media, and we do a lot of local stuff. So what's the best way of getting that stuff out is social media.
Right.
If you have time to go to your store, you can look at your social media. and look at
Exactly.
your stuff. Okay,
Exactly.
I'll make a trip.
Do you know how many people come in and buy stuff because they saw it on the show?
Absolutely.
See? That's
All the time.
like the lights, right?
Yeah.
Or the lamp.
Which one? Oh,
No.
the uranium.
Yes.
That
Yeah, I
all
was
sold
gonna
except
say,
for
we're
one
not gonna do
piece.
that.
Yeah. So media as we know it will be changing. So this is why I was so excited when you came and you talked to me, because you knew I did a show.
I did.
And you just said, what is it like?
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because you're going from actually going in,
Major
cracking
pro- yeah.
a play. You know what I mean?
In a studio.
In a studio.
knowing
And-
very
Yeah.
right? I mean,
And, because you're like, this is new venture.
yes.
But you're going to be far, far ahead of the game. You're already gaining a huge traction. You've got 2 shows now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You got a huge social media presence. You've got people calling you up saying, I want to be on your show, I want to be on your show, I want to be on your show. So let me ask you, when you were on WWJ, were they getting calls, I want to be on, I want to be on, I want to be on? No, because they go through their PR people.
Right. And it's a different.
It's a different format.
Right.
Right. With this, you don't have a PR person.
I do not.
Right?
You're looking at her.
Right. Because you get to talk to them.
Right. Yeah, it's actually me, right?
It's actually
I'm
you.
the one actually calling people or
Right. And are you
doing all of
getting
it.
a surprise? Like, oh, it's you who's calling me.
Sometimes. Yeah.
Isn't that kind of cool
it's
in a
kinda
way?
cool. They're like, what are you doing?
I know sometimes you're like, God, I wish I had a person to do all this.
It's just.
I wish I had a person that followed me around and kept me from hurting myself.
I wish I had a person who filled my coffee all the time.
We have all these cups and no coffee. Can you believe that?
You guys want that Cranbrook land for your holiday house?
Yes.
Yes.
Are you kidding? Yes, I want Cranbrook as my holiday house. Are you kidding? I should have been born with 6 silver spoons in my mouth.
7.
Right? I know.
I'm sure you have some here, don't you?
Silver spoons, I do. So, magic, right?
Yep.
Magic, teamed with Arby's.
Yeah. And bonjour, what is that?
Well, bonjour means
No, I know.
hello,
right?
goodbye, right?
But for it's just weird to me.
Bonjour.
Do you
If
want
you're
a
feeling
roast beef
because
sandwich?
it's French and we're in Detroit,
And
you know.
the Olympics are this week.
I know.
Yeah,
so
right?
Awesome.
It's a whirly mug too, which is cool.
Love whirly mugs.
I know, right? And look, it even has the little thing that you can put it on your dashboard, so that way you don't have to worry about it spilling all over you.
So cool.
So Project Life, Channel 7, Okemos.
Oh.
So that's Channel 7. Wait, CPR Day,
Does that say?
1980, Okemos.
Oh yeah.
1980.
Wow.
My life changed in 1980. We won't talk about that.
No.
But it's not a whirly, so go away. Although, you know what? In
It looks
1980,
like it.
this is 1980, dishwasher safe.
Oh. When did
Isn't
that start?
funny? Well, dishwashers came out in the 50s.
Okay.
But that's why I always tell people who sit there and go, oh, I love this. You know, 1965 or 1960 plate dinnerware, like the blue that you like, the Blue
Yes,
Heaven.
Blue Heaven.
And they're like, oh, it says dishwasher safe. Yeah. But dishwashers in 1960 you could bathe in.
Right, a lot different.
Today they take your skin off.
Yeah.
You know, people don't realize that they vitrify, meaning that they put a glass coating on dishes. And back then it was a lot thinner.
Okay.
So 3 or 4 washes and that vitrification's gone. So what do you have? You have a lump of clay.
Yeah.
Great.
So we have all sorts. So what time is it?
I don't know.
Gosh, it's almost time. Look at that. I love that. It
Really?
just flies through. Yeah. So come get a t-shirt. Pretty soon there'll be Caffeinated Conversations up here.
So excited.
I know. Pretty soon it'll be Caffeinated Conversations with Brooke's big face right here on the front. Right?
Big what?
No, you're not a big face.
Oh
I meant your face big right here on the front. Misspeak. Now she's all mad at me.
No, I'm all. Oh,
I'll put my
no.
glasses on and go away.
Put your snap. What are those called?
I'll put my glasses on and go away. I meant we'll put your face real big right here on the cover. It'll say Caffeinated Conversations.
My big face.
Did I embarrass you? I'm
No,
sorry.
I'm good.
Now she's not going to talk to me for a week. No, I'm kidding. So we have all sorts of stuff. Thank you. And you know I'm just
I
playing with
know,
you.
I know.
So the Michigan magazine here, which is another publication and form of media that we were talking about. Look at that, Sears. Can you believe that?
I know it's.
Sears.
How much were those? Were those?
I don't even know if they were for sale. This is 1983.
Was that in the newspaper?
Yeah, they would be. There's no price on it.
On the back, on the very back. I'm talking about the couch.
Oh. So the love seat was $349.88, so it wasn't much cheaper.
No, I thought it would be a lot cheaper.
Although you can buy the whole set for $599.99. But if you just want the love seat, it's $349.
Kind of like Walgreens.
Mm-hmm.
Do.
The ottoman by
Exactly.
itself is
One for
$139.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Why are ottomans so expensive? I don't
I
understand.
don't know. But there are some, you know, this furniture I would have in here. Some of it I'd throw away. Look at that. So this was a Detroit information magazine that you would get in the paper, Detroit News. And this kind of predated the Metro Times because you would be able to find stuff in here.
Right.
Until Metro Times decided, oh, you can buy me.
Exactly.
Look at that outfit.
Oh, the shoulder pads.
Oh, this is spring fashion, 980. What was it? 83.
83.
Look, it's Alexa Carrington.
No.
I don't know who it is.
Dinosaur.
But it looks like crepe paper. We should do it. Look at that. Okay, so now I'm going to have to post these pictures and show you. So I am so thankful that you came.
Oh, it's always a blast to be with you.
And I know
people miss Jasmine, but it's a pleasure to fill in, so I appreciate that. Thank you.
I'm sure she's happy.
Yes.
She probably isn't even thinking about us right now.
Exactly.
It's still late. So we had a rainstorm. You guys
I
drove
thought I was
through
going to get hit by lightning while I was trying to put gas in the car. Then I thought I was going to be soaking wet. It was just a mess.
Your hair looks good. You got.
I got it done. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks,
that looks
man.
good.
Thank you.
So so Jasmine will be back next week, and she usually does the ending. So it's.
Oh. Okay.
Is it time? Almost. That's good.
Okay.
So, anyways, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for coming on.
Oh yeah, thank you for this.
Oh, you're welcome.
I'm so excited.
for coming on last minute because I told her this morning. And thank you for coming. I know you guys had dinner
Yes, my
plans.
friend Amy is here with me.
Yep. And so, look, because she loves Barry Manilow.
So much.
She's a fanalow. Mm-hmm.
And proud of it.
Yep.
Yes, she is.
So thank you.
Oh.
It's awesome.
By the way,
Mm-hmm.
Caffeinated Conversations, you're a caffeinator.
Yes.
I've decided you're a caffeinator. I actually did a post, and I said, listen, all caffeinators.
So we need that as a bumper sticker too.
I
right?
know.
There you
No,
go.
I want a shirt that says I'm a caffeinator.
I love that.
How about
Right.
a magnet? We can take the magnet off with no damage from the sticky residue.
Yes.
Yes, that's a good
Right?
idea. Yes,
Yeah.
for
There's
sure.
a magnet.
And
that looks like
magnets.
a
Yes,
sticker,
exactly.
Wouldn't that be fun, you guys?
Right.
Yes.
And if we don't feel like being caffeinated, we'll take it off.
Right, we'll take it off.
Exactly.
So,
You're not caffeinated enough.
Caffeinated Conversations, Mondays at 10,
Mondays 10 a.m.
live. This Monday, it will be a short show,
But double dose.
but double dose because it will be at the 5th Avenue in Royal Oak. So please, you guys, come and
And
watch.
Should they message us if they're coming just so we know? Because
Oh, yeah, message us because, and if you want, you can actually message me your email address and I'll add you to newsletter for Time Warp, TWL, for Time Warp Live, and for Caffeinated Conversations so you know all the cool, fun, crazy
have a
stuff
lot of
that
cool
you
stuff
must
coming up.
attend.
cool stuff.
Well, yeah, because first, let me tell you, we've got, you're doing Traffic Jam.
Yeah, in Troy.
And Troy Traffic Jam, which is, and Dave Marconi will be there.
Yeah, so
with
awesome.
one of the cars from,
Yeah, and
I
there's
don't
going to be
remember
a
what car.
Corvette there, right?
A brand new one.
Brand new one.
Yeah. One of the cars from the Detroit Historical Museum, he's bringing up for it.
Do we know
And-
what that is?
No,
We
he
don't.
told
Or
me,
did
but I
he?
can't
Oh, he did
remember.
tell you? Okay.
And then, so that is Sunday the 4th,
Right, August
Right.
4th.
August 4th. So if you come to the After Dark on the 29th, then you have August 4th that you can, and I'll be there, and
Yep.
so will Steve.
Yep.
And then we have a big something fun coming up. The I believe 6th and 7th. I will verify those dates. In Marysville, the Hot Wheels.
Yes, that is so
We are
awesome.
judging the
Yes,
pinup.
the pinup contest.
And more may even happen. You never know, because I know we have the producers on your show.
Right.
And we have Lindy Lenore,
Yes.
also going to be on the show. She runs the pinup contest. So,
In
and that
between
is
there,
when,
we have the Dream
August
Cruise.
5th?
Yeah.
Yeah, so watch that on August 5th. August 17th is a Dream Cruise. I'm not 100% sure what we're doing
I know,
yet.
what are we doing?
I don't know.
We need
but-
a car, Dave.
Right? And then, so that's the 17th, and then on the 26th, 27th, I'll get you the exact date of Hot Wheels. Then we have September 7th, we have the Mad Walk,
Yep.
and you're doing the a golf.
Yes,
thing.
so we have the Mad Walk in the morning,
Yeah.
and then I'm emceeing
You're
the
emceeing the
Spalding
Mad Walk.
Scramble. Yeah, emceeing that.
At half the time.
Half the
And then
time,
I'll
and
pick
you'll
up
take
MC,
over.
and then you're
And
going
then I head to
do,
Farmington
you have
to
to
go
do
do
the
the
Spalding.
Spalding Scramble for golf. So
Yeah.
if you golf, look it up and register. It'll be a lot of fun.
Why does everything happen on the same
I
day?
don't remember there was that lantern thing we were supposed to do too.
All on that day.
All on that day.
Some lantern release, which was really cool, but it was all on the same day. It's nuts.
Just couldn't do it.
So we have to draw the line somewhere, right?
Yes.
So MAD is open to the public.
Mhm.
So that's going to be at the
Hmm.
I can't remember the name of the park in Royal Oak.
Do you know it?
Is
it Normandy? No.
Normandy Park.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it is Normandy. That's going to be at Normandy Park on September 7th.
What's the start time for that?
9 o'clock.
Okay.
September 7th. So you can come to that. Spalding, I think, is...
you have to register to golf.
You have to register to golf.
Right, or you can always donate. It's an
Yeah.
adoption agency.
Either of them.
Yeah.
But Hot Wheels is not a fundraiser. It's going to be a fun event. If you guys saw us at Autorama, which you will see us again this year at Autorama, in a much bigger setting. I've been working with them already.
In my big face?
No. See, I'm not going to live that down, am I? I won't. I meant her face will be real big on here, but of course my wording went wrong. So now I'm going to have to do a whole shirt with it and say, see here.
Take back.
I'm just kidding.
Fun times, I know. No, that's fine. Just don't do it on your show. Because then I'll be like... She's going to now. Probably the after dark. She'll do it real loud on the speaker.
Oh, yes.
No, I'm kidding.
Yes. Oh, that's going to be so much fun. So please, if you're in the area, come and see us and hang out with us. Fifth Avenue is just a fantastic place.
Just come.
Just come.
Just come, because you're going to be with us, and there's nowhere else on earth you should be. You know what I mean? Because we are... And, you know what? If you want to start your... I didn't even talk about it, but these are school newspapers, and that's where journalisms usually start.
Yeah.
Journalists usually start. So we've got all your local ones here.
It's cool.
Again, thank you.
No, my pleasure. Thank you.
And next week we will have Jasmine back. I'm not 100% sure what we're going to be doing. It will be the day after the event, so we'll be talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
And any craziness that happened during that event. But
you never know who's going to show up. Well, you know.
Well, I hope tons of people show up. You never know, because at the last one we had some people you see all the time. We had Charlie Langton show up.
He showed up.
We had who was the radio reporter or the DJ?
Are you talking about Rico?
Rico.
Oh no, so Rico from 97 won the ticket. He came. He
did
one of
come.
the sports guys, so he was there.
And so we're hoping to get some drop. And Charlie was a drop-in. We didn't know he was coming. The mayor, Joe.
Yes.
We didn't know he was coming from Farmington.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully there'll be a bunch. We've sent out some massive invitations, and you have to pay this time, so there's no real excuse.
Just have to buy dinner.
You have to buy dinner and drinks for yourself, whatever you want. But you'll have great entertainment.
Yeah, so we have, real quick, we've got Terry Orbach,
the Love Doctor.
The Love Doctor, so we're excited about that.
And
so
we're
you
going
can
to
actually
ask
your
some
questions.
really good questions.
And then David Darajotis, who's a cybersecurity guy.
Cybersecurity.
There's a lot going on with AI and voices being imitated, and that plays into dating scams.
Yep.
So we're going to talk about that, and then you never know what other.
It's funny you say that because when social media started, and when all of that started and the different types of social media, you had everybody coming out saying, oh, we need to curb this, we need to do this, blah, blah, blah. You know, that much information is not good for people. We need to do whatever this. This is right at the beginning. You had the people who were actually creating this say this, and we didn't listen.
Correct. And now look
where we're in a mess.
We're
So now that AI owners are saying this, maybe we should listen a little bit and say, let's put some caps on it. Let's, you know what I mean? Because they can imitate your voice.
Yeah.
And I think that David is going to be imitating your voices somehow.
I don't know how he's going to do it, but he says he's going to, so I guess we'll see.
Well, it can't be that hard because it's happening.
Right, for sure. And it's happening on a regular basis.
Right.
So.
Do we have anyone else yet?
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
I know there's more people coming. I'm just not 100% sure.
Yeah, but as far as interviews and who we'll be talking to and just kind of interacting, and again, if you're watching or if you're there, you have a chance to actually ask questions, relationship questions, or just, whatever's going on because. And
don't be surprised if you're not just pulled out of the audience and put up on air, because that's happened too. But that's when you get the best information, is because they're like, oh well,
Right.
But you can't swear.
No
At
swearing.
least for the first half hour. So, anyways, 5 o'clock. Monday, the 29th, downtown Royal Oak.
Be there, be square, man.
Yep, and
Bring
also
me some
watch
coffee.
in the morning. Yes, bring some coffee. And then watch her, and you will see me, but watch her every Monday morning at 10 o'clock, live on Facebook. You can watch them on ours. They stream on ours. And then watch me every Tuesday. I'm here Tuesday. There's a lot of us. We appear everywhere. We're taking over social media, and we won't stop till we own it all. right?
That's it. That's
Because then we can control it.
it. Exactly.
So anyways, now I'm going to come up and get all up in your business because I have to turn these off and I have no remote control because, you know, holding on to a little bit of the past, right? Where you have to physically do something.
Get up and do something.
So anyways, thank you for joining.
All right.
And
Good night. Thank you.
this will be on YouTube tomorrow morning. And like, follow, subscribe. We hit 500 subscribers on YouTube. I want to see another 500 in the next couple of weeks. I might
You're
be
bossy.
asking too much. I know, right? Anyways, have a good night, you guys.
Good night.
Bye.